Hello everyone and welcome to another random bits and pieces segment from my brain, and today, sit a while for we are playing some more Out of the Park Baseball 22 with my Montreal Expos historical play. Alright, so today we have a 4-game series at the San Diego Padres, and I'm not sure, looks like my face is blurry, I'm not too sure why. You'll have to deal. Anyway, so we're playing in San Diego. I'm going to try to play all 4 games today. I'm a little bit undisposed today, so we'll see how I feel after the second game, but that's the plan. I'm gonna try to do all 4 games. I have time, I'm off work thanks to the long weekend, 4th of July weekend. So I get to have some more time off. So let's go ahead and try to do this. But if I'm starting to really feel queasy, I might stop after game 2. We're just off a 3-game series against the Dodgers, where we dropped the first game against Ramon Martinez. Then in the second game, we got completely massacred against Pedro Martinez. We got 1 hit and he got 14 strikeouts. And then we rebounded in game 4 where we had game 3, where we had a great 8-1 victory. So today we're going to be in San Diego and we're going to be facing Andy Benes in the first game. So that part is not going to be easy. He's a pretty good pitcher, at least he should be. He has a good record, pretty good ERA there. 4-star pitcher, 26. He's like right in his prime. Yeah, that's going to be a tough game, the first game, especially since we're sending in Katsumasa Ota. He had a couple interesting starts for me near the start of this season. Then he got hurt, and then he got sent down. And now we just got him back. So we'll see what he does. Let's take a look at the Padres, see if they have any injuries. Thomas Howard is hurt. He's going to be out 2 to 3 months. So, yeah. He's not going to be playing, obviously. Alright, so I say we get this party started. So let's go ahead and check what we have here. Alright, I think I'm going to go with this lineup here. Now, I know with one of my viewers, Jero Nallet, we really like Todd Haney a lot, but I'm going to try to have a left bat at third base here to face Andy Benes. And we'll see what happens. It's probably going to be tough regardless of who I put there, to be honest. Alright, so the Padres are going to go with this lineup here today. Steve Sachs is going to be the first batter. I had to check to make sure my microphone was on. Sometimes software likes to mute it or turn it off or whatever. So Steve Sachs is the first batter. John Roberts is going to be batting second. Guillermo Velasquez is going to be the third batter. Alex Rodriguez, A-Rod, is in San Diego. He already has 17 home runs and 73 RBIs. I think he's breaking out already, a 4-star player at 18. Tony Gwynn is going to be the fifth batter. Jerry Willard is going to be batting 6th. Oscar Azokar is going to be batting 7th. And Kevin Seitzer is going to be the third baseman and batting 8th in this game. So let's get going, folks. Probably going to need to change the view. Oh, yeah. All right, let's see what options we have here. I think that's going to be the best I can do. Alright. Let's see what default is going to give us. Alright, so Andy Benes is on the mound for the Padres. And we're going to have Delino the Shields to get us started. Of course, as usual, play ball and go Expos. Alright, full count for the Shields to start the game. It's it to second, and he's out. Can I do better than that view? Maybe the wide camera? Let's try the wide camera and see what happens with that. Alright, so Marquise Grissom is going to be batter number 2. 0-2 to Grissom. And he struck out swinging. Hopefully Calderon can put the ball in play so we can see if I have the right view. Ivan Calderon is going to be batting third here. 1-1, 2 outs. It's it weakly to second base, and that's an out. Yeah, not a big difference between wide and default. So I'm going to put it back to default. Alright, so Katsumasa Ota is going to be facing Steve Sachs here in inning number 1 for the Padres. 1-2. And he struck out swinging. Alright, good start for Ota here in this game. John Roberts is the next batter. 2-2. It's it weakly to center. Grissom after it. And he catches it for out number 2. Alright, that brings up Guillermo Velasquez as batter number 3, 0-1. To the lefty. Grounds it to second. The Shields with the throw, and he's out. Alright, so the Padres go down 1-2-3 as well. So we have no score at Jack Murphy Stadium. Mark Whitten is the first batter in the second inning for us. 1-2. That's it to left, and that's gonna be it. It falls in right in front of Ozakar. Alright, so we have a runner on first with nobody out. Woody Green is the batter. 0-2. It's it to center. I thought he was gonna strike out, but he hit it all the way to the warning track almost. However, it's cut, so that's out number 1. Charles Johnson is next, 2-2, and he struck out swinging. Alright, B.D. Doran is next, so the runner on first with 2 outs, 0-1. Grounds it to second. The throw to first, and Doran is out. The Expos get a hit, but they cannot do anything with it. It is still 0-0. Alright, so we're facing the very dangerous A-Rod. Alex Rodriguez is going to be the batter here. 0-2. And he struck out looking. Take a seat, A-Rod. Alright, Tony Gwynn is going to be the batter now. 1-1. And that's it, weakly to center, and it falls in for it. So Tony Gwynn is aboard for the Padres with 1 out. And now Jerry Willard is going to be the batter. 1-0. It's it weakly. Grissom after it. Catches it for out number 2. So Tony Gwynn stays at first. Oscar Azokar is going to be the batter now. 3-1. That's it to short. The throw to second. We get Tony Gwynn out, and we get out of the inning. The Padres also get a single, and they cannot do anything with it. It is still scoreless here, going into the top of the third. Ray Sanchez is going to be the first batter. 1-0. Grounds it to short. And he's out. 1 out. Katsumasa Ota is going to be the next batter. No count on Ota. Grounds it to short. And he's out as well. So that's 2 pretty quick outs here. So hopefully Delino the Shields can do something. 2-2. And he did something alright. He struck out swinging. Alright, so the Expos go down 1-2-3 in the top of the third. We're having a pretty quick game here in San Diego. Alright, bottom of the third, Kevin Seitzer is going to be the first batter. 2-2. Grounds it to third. Throw by Woody Green, and he's out. Andy Bennis is next. No count on Bennis. Grounds it to short. And that's going to be an infield hit. Alright, so the pitcher gets an infield hit. Now Steve Sachs is going to be the batter with 1 out. 1-0. That's it, weakly to left. Calderon after it. He catches it for out number 2. John Roberts is now the batter with 2 outs. And the pitcher is at first, 1-0. That's it to third. That's going to be an error. Alright, so Willie Green, that I usually like because he has a little bit of pop in his bat, and he's usually pretty good defensively, just made an error. So now we have runners on second and third with 2 outs, and the lefty Guillermo Velasquez is going to be the batter here. That's a pretty good opportunity for the Padres. 1-1. That's it to left. Calderon after it. And he catches it for out number 3, so the error doesn't come to bite us in the ass. We're going on in the top of the 4th here, with Marquise Grissom, the first batter, 1-0. That's it weakly to right, and the first baseman catches it. Velasquez gets it. That's 1 out. Ivan Calderon is next, 1-2. Struck out swinging, so it's been a little bit tougher lately for Ivan Calderon. Mark Whitten is next, 0-2, and he struck out looking. Yeah, Andy Benes is pitching to, you know, the tune of his reputation. Yeah, I'm not sure why the camera looks a little bit out of focus all of a sudden. Alright, so now we have Alex Rodriguez is going to be the first batter to face Katsumasa Ota, 1-1. That's it, to center for a hit. Alright, so A-Rod gets on base with a single, and the Padres are going to have Tony Gwynn batting with no out and a runner on first. No count to Tony Gwynn. A-Rod's going, no throw, so he makes it to second without a throw. So now the Padres have a runner in scoring position with nobody out, and Tony Gwynn is the batter, so that's very dangerous here. 1-1. And Tony Gwynn hits it. It's going to be extra bases, so the Padres take a 1-0 lead on the play. And that's going to be a double for Tony Gwynn. And it is 1-0 for the Padres. Right, there's still nobody out, and there is a runner in scoring position. Jerry Willard is going to be the next batter, 3-1. Grounds it to first. Alright, so we get Willard out, but on the play, Tony Gwynn gets to third base, and there's only 1 out. So with a deep fly ball by Oscar Azocar, it could be 2-0. 2-2. And that's a single to center instead. It is still 2-0. But now there's a runner on first and only 1 out. With Kevin Seitzer, the batter, 3-1. Grounds it to second. And that's a double play. Alright, so we get out of the inning with a double play, but we did allow 2 runs here, and the Padres are up 2-0. And it's going to sound almost unsurmountable against Andy Benes, but we'll see. Alright, so Willie Green is going to be the first batter here in the 5th. 1-2. And he struck out swinging. Charles Johnson is next. 1-1. That's it to center. And that's cut by Roberts. And that's 2 outs. Billy Doran, the next batter. No count on Doran. Grounds it to the pitcher, and he is easily out. So the Expos go down 1-2-3 yet again. We're going in the bottom of the 5th. Yeah, I'm going to keep Ota. He did allow 2 runs in the last inning, but other than that, he hasn't been pitching too terribly. He hasn't walked anybody. All right, Andy Benes is next, 1-0. Hits it weakly. Grissom after it. He catches it for out number 1. Steve Sachs is next, 2-2. Grounds it to third. And he's out. That's the second out of the inning. And John Roberts is the next batter, 0-1. Alright. It's it to center. Grissom after it. Catches it for the 3rd out. So the Padres go down 1-2-3. And we're going on the top of the 6 here. Right, Ray Sanchez is gonna get us started here, 2-1. Grounds it too short, and that's the first out of the inning. Katsumasa Ota is next, 1-2. Struck out swinging. That's 7 strikeouts for Andy Benes in this game. Delino De Shields is the next batter, 1-2. That's it to left. That's going to be a hit. Falls in front of Ozakar. So we have a runner on first, 2 outs, and Marquise Grissom is the batter, 0-2. That's it, and it falls in. It was it weekly. De Shields runs all the way to third base on the play, so we have runners on first and third with 2 outs, and we have Ivan Calderon at bat. So a hit here would be very appreciated. 2-1. And that's, oh yeah, that's it, and that's going to be extra bases, so De Shields scores. Grissom is running like the wind, I'm sure. Grissom scores as well, and on the throw, Calderon makes it to third base. It is a tied game, folks, thanks to the double by Ivan Calderon. That scores De Shields and Grissom, and we are tied at 2. Now we have Mark Whitten as the batter with 2 outs, runner on third, 0-2. That's it to left, but it should be cut there by Ozakar, and it is. So that's the end of the inning, but we managed to tie the game against Andy Benes. That's pretty good. So we are tied at 2 here, going into the bottom of the 6th. Guillermo Velasquez is going to be the first batter in the 6th here. Full count. And he walks. That's the first walk of the game for Ota. Right, and now we have A-Rod at bat, Alex Rodriguez. 2-0. He hits it to center. Oh, Grissom with the nice catch there. He's been doing quite a few of those lately, Grissom did. So a diving catch to get A-Rod out, so the runner stays at first there. Now there's 1 out, runner on first, and Tony Gwynn, who's 2 for 2, is the batter. No count on Tony Gwynn, and he hits it. Oh, that's going to be extra bases again for Tony Gwynn. Opposite field, more than likely a double. Yep. The lead runner holds at third, so we have runners on second and third with 1 out. Alright, and Jerry Willard is going to be the batter. Full count. And he struck out looking. That would drive me nuts if it was my team. But it is not, so I will take it. Alright, so there's 2 outs now, runner on second and third. Oscar Azakar is the batter, 0-2. Oh, it's right at the third baseman, and we get out of that jam. So we got the Padres got runners on second and third with 1 out, and we managed to keep them at bay. Alright, so Andy Benes is still on the mound for the Padres, and Willie Green is going to be the first batter in the 7th for us, 1-2. That's it to... oh, that's going to be an infield single. Alright, so Willie Green with the infield single to get us started in the 7th. We have Charles Johnson, the batter now, 2-2. Struck out looking. Bill Duran is next. 2-1. Oh, Willie Green is going no throw. So we have a runner in scoring position with 1 out. 3-1 to Duran, and they're gonna walk him to enact the double play. That brings up Ray Sanchez. Oh god, do I want to... I think it's a good time to bring in a pinch hitter. Yeah, I think it is. Ray Sanchez hasn't done anything this game. Let's go with Brett Barbary. Now, I know we like Todd Ainey a lot, but I'm going to play the odds with somebody that can hit left in this situation. 2-2. That's it. Oh, that's a hit. Come on, buddy. Come and score. Oh, yeah. All right, so Woody Green comes in to score, so the strategy pays off, and we are now up 3-2. Oh, man. Ota is my 5th starter. He gave me a good 6 innings. I think I'm gonna pull him. All right, we're gonna go with Ruben Rivera here. All right, so runners on first and second, 1 out, and we have Ruben Rivera here to pinch it for the pitcher. Full count, and he struck out looking. That doesn't make me happy. Oh, my camera decided to stop being fuzzy. Okay. Bye. Or at least on the image there it looks better, but you know, what do I know? Alright, so 9 strikeouts for Andy Benes, and Delino De Shields comes in with 2 runners on, 2 outs, 2-2. It's it too short, and he's cut down. Alright, but we do get a run here. And it is 3-2. Alright, so I'm going to put Barbary at third and move Woody Green at short, because Woody Green is a better shortstop than Barbary is, and shortstop is a little bit more important a position than third base. So I'm making that switch, and now I need somebody to come in and give me a decent 7th inning. We are going to go with John Doris, even though he's a little tired. He's one of the very few lefties righties I have, sorry. Alright, so they are bringing in the pinch hitters as well. So Bobby Benjamin is going to be the first batter here to face John Doris in the bottom of the 7th, with us up 3-2. 1-0. It's it too short. Green with the relay, and Benjamin is out. Dan Masteller is going to be the second batter here as a pinch hitter, full count. It's at the third. Barbary with the throw, and he's out. That's 2 outs. And the Padres keep Steve Sachs in. 2-0 to Steve Sachs. Rounds it to second, the throw, and he's out. Alright, so John Doris comes in and does the work in the 7th inning by getting the Padres out 1-2-3. We are going into the top of the 8th, and the Padres are going to go to the bullpen. Scott Sanders is now going to be the pitcher. Marquise Grissom is going to be hitting here in the top of the 8th. 2-0 to Grissom. Grounds it to third, and we have 1 out. Ivan Calderon is next. He had a very important hit in the 6th inning. It was a 2-run double. Full count to Calderon. And he walks. We'll take it. Mark Whitten is next with a runner on first, 1 out. 1-0. Calderon's going. Oh, he's out. I did lower his slider, but I didn't put it completely off, so he does attempt to steal from time to time. Now Mark Whitten is going to be hitting with 2 outs, 1-1. That's it, right? That's a hit. So Calderon could have been on third base on that play had he not attempted to steal. Alright, so with 2 outs, Woody Green is going to bat with a runner on base, full count, and he struck out swinging. Alright. We are still up 3-2. I'm going to attempt to get John Roberts out with John Doris before I bring in Jim Dea to pitch the rest of the inning. 0-1. And that's going to be a single. Alright, I shouldn't have done that. I should have listened to my first instinct, which was to pull Doris. But I didn't. Alright, so Jim Dea is next. on the mound for us. Facing the lefty, Guillermo Velasquez with a runner on first, nobody out. 2-2. Oh, that's it. That's not good. Right, so on the play, Roberts gets to third base. So now the Padres have runners on first and third with nobody out. And A-Rod is the batter. Yikes. 1-1. That's it. Oh, God, that's going to be an error. Alright, so Barbary with the error. So the runner scores. We don't get anybody out. And now there's runners on first and second for Tony Gwynn, who's already 3 for 3. 2-1 to Tony Gwynn. Alright, he hits it weakly. That should be an infield fly rule. It's cut by Barbary. Alright, there's one out. Jerry Willard is next. Full count. That's it to first. And that's a double play, but the Padres managed to tie the game thanks to an error from Brett Barbary that allowed the run to come in. So it is 3-3 here in the top of the ninth. Scott Sanders is still the pitcher for the Padres. Charles Johnson is our batter here. 0-1 to Charles Johnson. That's it to right, center right. And it's cut by Roberts. That's the first out of the inning. Bill Duran is next. Full count. And he walks. Alright, so we get a runner on base here in the top of the ninth with one out. And Brett Barbary is going to be the batter. 1-2 to Barbary. That's it to right, to left, sorry, but pretty much right at Azokar. So that's the second out of the inning. We're going to go ahead and pinch it for our friend Jim Day here. We're going to go with our friend Todd Haney that we like so much. He's been playing pretty good lately. Alright, so Todd Haney, the batter, 2 outs, runner on first. 0-2. That's it to left, and that should be cut by Azokar. And it is. That's the third out of the inning. So we are going in the bottom of the ninth, still tied at 3. Alright, so who am I going to bring here? I guess Gabe White. He's kind of my go-to guy. He's been pitching decently for me. Alright, so Gabe White is going to face Oscar Azokar. Full count. Oh boy. Well, that's out of here. Alright, so Azokar walks it off with a solo blast against Gabe White in the bottom of the ninth, and we lose game 1 against the Padres 4-3. That's really sucked. That error by Barbary killed us. It tied the game. Alright, so we drop game 1 of the 4-game series in San Diego. Oh, there's been a trade between New York and which New York team? Well, we don't know. Alright, so there's been a trade between one of the New York teams and I guess I can. It's the Mets. Alright, so there's been a trade between the Mets and the Giants. Alright, so Raul Casanova, Jay Davis, and Demon Smith are going to the Giants for Jim Gott. Alright, so the Mets are gearing up for the playoffs here, and they got themselves a veteran reliever. And they gave up 3 prospects for it. Yeah, with Raul Casanova, probably the best of the bunch, which is a catcher. You always need decent catchers in your system, so not a crazy trade, but it's a trade that makes sense. So I do like it in that optic. All right, so we are going to be playing the Padres again, obviously. This time we're going to be facing Arthur Rhodes, which, you know, in real life he was more of a reliever, but he has developed into a starter into my universe. And we're going to go with Miguel Batista, who's not having a very good season. I kind of need for him to, you know, wake up a little. All right, so let's play ball here. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and replace Calderon. I have Ruben Rivera play for him. Oh, who do I want to have hitting third here? I think I'll go with Mark Whitten. Alright, let's go like that. Rivera is an 11 in left field now, so he's played a few games there and the rating's going up pretty quick. I do like that. Alright, so that's going to be my lineup for game 2 here against Arthur Rhodes, who is a lefty. The Padres are going to go with Bobby Benjamin hitting first, Steve Sachs, Guillermo Velasquez, A-Rod, Tony Gwynn, Tony Fernandez, John Roberts, and Eric Pappas. Alright, let's get this thing started. Alright, so game 2, so play ball. And we have Marquise Grissom to get us started. It's going to be 1-2 on Grissom for the start of game 2. It's it weakly to right, and Tony Gwynn is after it, catches it for the first out of the inning. Brett Barber is going to be the next batter, 2-2. Struck out swinging. I didn't really look at Arthur Rhodes' season so far. He's 4-4, so not too bad of a season so far. Alright, Mark Whitten is next. 3-0 to Whitten. And he walks on 4 pitches. So we have a runner on first, 2 outs, and Charles Johnson is going to be the batter, 0-1. That's it. That's a base hit to left. Alright, so we have now runners on first and second with 2 outs. And Bill Duran is going to be the batter. No count on Duran. And he hits it. Oh, that's it. Out of here, I think. Yes, it is. That's a 3-run blast for Billy Duran. He hasn't hit many of those this season. We will be very happy with that one. So it is already 3-0 Expos here in the top of the first. All right, so Ruben Rivera is going to be the batter next with 2 outs, 2-2. And he struck out swinging, but the Expos take a 3-0 lead thanks to a 3-run blast by Bill Duran. And we are up 3-0 going into the bottom of the first. Bobby Benjamin is going to be the first batter for the Padres, facing Miguel Batista. 0-1 to Benjamin. It's hit to right pretty well, pretty deep, and pretty gone. All right, so the Padres are riposting pretty quick here with a solo blast. It is 3-1 still for us. Alright, Steve Sachs is the next batter, 3-1, and he walks. Alright, so not a little bit of a shaky start for our friend Miguel Batista on the mound here. Guillermo Velasquez is next, 3-1. That's it to center for it. And on the play, Sachs makes it to third base, so we have runners on first and third, nobody out. Alex Rodriguez is the batter, 2-2 to A-Rod. It's it to right, Witten after it. That should be a sac fly. And it is. So Sachs scores pretty easily on the play. It is 3-2. And the Padres still have a runner on first with only one out. And the ever dangerous Tony Gwynn is at bat. 1-2. And that's it to left. Oh, it's cut by Ruben Rivera. Not a lot of experience in left field, but that was a gem of a play. He dove backwards to catch the ball. So there's 2 outs now. Runner on first. Tony Fernandez is the batter. I always have problems getting Tony Fernandez out. 1-1, and that's a single. Alright, so Batista's struggles continue here. Hey, FJ, long time no see, buddy. How are you doing? Alright, so John Roberts is next. Runners on first and third. 2 outs. Full count. That's it to third. The throw by Woody Green, and he's out. Not Woody Green, Brett Barbary, sorry. I'm a little indisposed, but I'm okay overall. Doing better. I had some issues with a rib that was out of place that hurt like hell. That's been resolved, but I have some other issues going on. It's not too bad. But... And I'm off today because it was 4th of July, so I have no work today. Alright, De Shields is the first batter here, 1-1. Oh, that's it really weakly. Was it cut? Yeah, it was. So I don't know if you saw, but there's a goaltender from the Columbus Blue Jackets that died yesterday. He was 24, and the rumor is that, you know, he got hit by a firework. So those things are dangerous, and people keep screwing around with fireworks. Miguel Batista, 2-2, struck out swinging. Ray Sanchez is next. 1-0. Oh, that's it pretty well. All the way in the corner in the left. That's going to be extra bases for Ray Sanchez. He stops at second base with a double. All right, so after 2 outs, we get a runner in scoring position. And Marquise Grissom is going to be the batter. No count on Grissom. That's it to second. Oh, that's a throwing error. Alright, so we have runners on first and third thanks to the error with 2 outs. Now Brett Barbary has a very good opportunity to produce a point. 2-2. And he struck out looking. That drives me crazy. So have you been playing some more out of the park baseball? I haven't gotten much messages lately, so maybe you've been playing something else. Alright, Eric Pappas is the batter now. Miguel Batista is still on the mound. Struggling in this game, 2-1. It's it weakly. Grissom after it. Catches it for the first out. Arthur Rhodes is next. No count on Rhodes. Right, that's it weakly. Grissom after it. And he catches it for out number 2. Bobby Benjamin is next, so we know what he did in the first inning. He hit a home run. 1-2. Oh, that's it to center yet again. Grissom is there to catch it. That's the 3rd out of the inning. Alright, so the Expos are still up 3-2. Going into the top of the 3rd, we have Mark Witten as the batter. No count. Oh, that's it pretty good to center, but it's cut by Roberts. That's the first out of the inning. Charles Johnson is next, 2-1. Oh, that's it to right. That's going to be a single. Falls right in front of Tony Gwynn. So now we have a runner on first with 1 out. Bill Duran is next. He hit his 3rd home run of this season earlier in the game in the first inning, 2-1. Grounds it to second base, and it's a double play. All right. Bottom of the 3rd, Steve Sachs is the first batter, 1-0. Grounds it to short. That's for the first, and he's out. Guillermo Velasquez is next, 1-0. Grounds it to second base, and he's out. That's 2 outs, and now we're facing the ever dangerous Alex Rodriguez. So yeah, that's a 1-2 punch that's pretty tough to beat. A-Rod followed by Tony Gwynn. Yeah. Alright, so A-Rod is batting now, 1-2. Oh, struck out swinging. Alright, that's pretty good. Alright, top of the 4th, we have Ruben Rivera hitting first. No count. That's it to right, but it's cut by Tony Gwynn. Delino De Shields is next. Full count. And he walks. Alright, so we get some wheels on base now. However, we have the pitcher coming, so he's probably bunting. Oh, no, De Shields is going first, and he's out. Alright, 2 outs for Miguel Batista. 0-2. It's it weekly. And Tony Fernandez gets it for the 3rd out. Alright, so Tony Gwynn is the batter. He's 0-for-1 actually. Oh yeah, we had Ruben Rivera make that really awesome catch in the first inning on him. 0-1. That's it to short. And he's thrown out. That's the first out. Tony Fernandez, whom I can almost never retire. 2-1. It's at the 3rd, and that's an infield single. I don't know what it is about Tony Fernandez in this game. It's been going on for 4 seasons. I cannot get him out. He's probably hitting for like 700 against me or something. Seriously, he's been that good. Right, John Roberts is now the batter with 1 out. Runner on first. Oh, and Roberts gets hit. So now there's runners on first and second with 1 out. Eric Pappas is the batter. 0-2. It's at opposite field. It's going to be extra bases. It's going to tie the game. At the very least. No, 2-run score, so it is now 4-3 for the Padres. Wow. Alright, Arthur Rhodes is the batter now with a runner on third and 1 out, 3-1. Oh boy. And we walk the pitcher. Not a good start for our friend Miguel Batista here. He's been struggling this season. Alright, Bobby Benjamin is next, 2-0. And that's a double play. Thank you for the double play at the very least. Alright, the Padres get 2. We're down 4-3 now. Ray Sanchez is the first batter in the top of the 5th. Full count. Oh, that's going to be a hit. Single to center. Alright. We might be able to do something here. Marquise Grissom is next. Runner on first, nobody out. 2-2. And Grissom strikes out swinging. That's not good. Right, Brett Barbery is next. No count. Oh, snap throw to first. well, we're not going to be doing anything if we are careless on the base path. So Ray Sanchez got cut on a snap through first, which is a play that doesn't happen very often. Now there's 2 outs. Full count to Barbary. That's it to third. And he is out. Right, so we have nothing to show for that it to start the inning. And we are down 4-3. Right, Steve Sachs is going to be the batter here. Full count. That's it to short. That's going to be a hit. No, that's a nice diving play by Sanchez. Guillermo Velasquez is next. No count. Oh, no, that's it. That's it to center. It pretty weakly, but it fell in. Right, so there is 1 out, runner on first. A-Rod is the batter, 1-1. That's it to center. Grissom gets it. That's 2 outs. But now we need to get Tony Gwynn out. We already got him out twice, so yeah. Oh, there you go. That's our turn. We picked off Velasquez at first. All right, the inning is over. Right, Mark Whitten, first to face Arthur Rhodes in the top of the 6th. We're still down 1 run. No count on Whitten. And that's a hit to center. Right, and now Charles Johnson is next. 0-2. Struck out swinging. It's been a tough day for us with runners on base, aside from the first inning. All right, so Bill Doran is next, 2-2. Oh, Whitten goes, and he's taken out. Dang. All right, so full count with 2 outs for Doran. That's it to left. That's a hit. All right, so Doran gets his second hit of the game. But there's 2 outs, and we now have Ruben Rivera as the batter, 1-2. And he struck out looking. Those things kill me. It kills me, I'm telling you. All right, let's pitch to Tony Gwynn, 2-1. That's a hit. Yeah, it's very difficult to have Tony Gwynn go 0 for 4 in this game. Alright, so Tony Fernandez is next, so that's pretty much an automatic hit right there, 0-1. Oh, he sacrificed. Alright. So now Tony Gwynn is on second base with 1 out because the sacrifice was successful. We have John Roberts as the batter, 1-1. That's it to short. And he's cut down. All right. Tony Gwynn stays at second on the play. So now there's 2 outs. Eric Pappas is the batter. No count. We're walking in. Oh, and they're going to pinch it for Arthur Rhodes with Oscar Azokar now. 2-2. That's it weekly. Come on, Whitten. Whitten gets it. Alright, so the Padres get 2 runners on base, but they don't do anything with them. And now Scott Terry is going to be the pitcher for the Padres, and the first batter to face him is going to be Delino the Shields. No count on the Shields. It's it to left. That's going to be a hit. All right. That's where I want Weedy Green to come in as a pinch hitter, the left bat. Alright, so runner on first, nobody out. Woody Green is the batter. He has a little bit of pop in his bat. 1-0. Oh god, and he bunts. Alright, well, we'll take the sacrifice. We need a run to at least tie the game. Ray Sanchez is next. 1 out. The Shields is at second. 0-1. That's it, weekly to third. That's going to accomplish absolutely nothing. So the Shields remains at second, and there's 2 outs now, so we need a hit from Marquise Grissom. 3-1. That's it, weekly to short, and he's cut down, so we do not score despite a pretty good opportunity there. We are still down 1. Alright, who am I bringing in here? I think I'm going to bring Ben Van Ryn. He's been not too bad as a reliever for me. Terrible as a starter, but as a reliever, he's been okay. Alright, so Bobby Benjamin is the first batter to face him in the bottom of the 7th. 1-2. Struck out swinging. Steve Sachs is next. 3-1. And he walks. Guillermo Velasquez is the next batter with a runner on first, 1 out, 0-2. Struck out swinging. Alright, so Ben Van Ryn is especially efficient against lefties. A-Rod is the next batter. That's going to be a good test. 1-2. It's it too short. And we get the runner at second. Alright, so Ben Van Ryn walks 1, but we get out of the inning pretty good. We're still down 1 till Scott Terry is still on the mound for the Padres. We're going to have Brett Barbery hitting. Full count to Barbery. And he walks. Right, so we have a runner on first with nobody out. Mark Whitten is the next batter. 1-2. Struck out swinging. Charles Johnson is next. 0-1. That's it to short, and that's a double play. And we're out of that opportunity there. I'm just going to keep Van Ryn in. Let's see what he can do against Tony Gwynn. 1-0. Grounds it to second base, and he's out. Tony Fernandez is next. 1-0. That's it. Right at the shortstop for out number 2. And John Roberts is next. 1-1. Oh god. That's a base hit. Alright, Eric Pappas is next with 2 outs. Runner on first. 1-1. And that's the 3rd out. Alright, so that's our last shot here. So Jeremy Hernandez is coming in a save situation for the Padres. We have Bill Doran to get things going here. He's 2 for 3. Obviously, I'm keeping him in the game. He's having a good game. No count on Billy Doran. That's it to first, and he's out. 1 out. Now, Ruben Rivera is not having a good game. I'm going to pull him. I'm going to have Ivan Calderon come in as a pinch hitter, even though if he's tired. Might be able to get a hit. No count to Ivan Calderon. He hits it too short. And that's the 2nd out of the inning. Alright, so the Lino the Shields is our last out here in the top of the 9th. 2-2. That's it to left. He barely has to move. And that's the 3rd out. So we dropped the first 2 games here in San Diego against the Padres. Alright. I will be right back. Alright, and we're back. Alright. Okay, so what's going on in the league here? Oh, there's been a brawl here. So Daryl Sherman and Mike Wilkins have been suspended for. So Sherman is going to miss 5 games. Wilkins is going to miss 6. Bob Ojeda, playing for the Cubs, had a complete game shutout. And the Cards did the same thing to the Braves with an 8-0 victory. All right. Let's finish today and see if something else is going on. Just that Mike Devereaux is going to be hurt for longer for the Reds. Alright, it's going to be another week, so it's not too terrible. Not like us with Mark Davis, who got a setback of 3 weeks. That's a lot longer than just 1 week, especially in baseball when you play pretty much every day. Alright, so it's about to be the All-Star game here. I haven't put any really thought into it to see if I would play the game or just sim it. I'm probably just gonna sim it. It's not the Expos, so I don't really care, to be honest. Yeah, sure enough. Alright, so we are about to play the Padres yet again. So yeah, I think I'm going to be feeling better now, hopefully. So I'm going to go for game 3. So they are going to go with Anthony Mortensen. He's having a pretty good season. He's 7-3 now. He has a 4.68 ERA, but you can't really argue the numbers too much. 7-3. Yeah, he hasn't been bad. I mean, he hasn't been like a superstar, but he hasn't been too bad. Right, and he's gonna face the veteran Oil Can Boy, the only veteran in my starting rotation. Alright, so let's play this game. Alright, I have players to replace. Alright, so we're gonna play Ruben Rivera again. We're gonna play Tony Pena. Alright, so that's gonna change a little bit the outlook of my I think I'm gonna need to go with something like that for this particular game. I'm gonna protect Rivera by putting him behind Calderon. I know it's a very bold strategy to put him fourth, but it has a lot more to do with whom he is playing behind than anything. I think that's the best I can do. Or here, I'm gonna go ahead and do something else instead. I think I like that better. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Alright, so I'm gonna go with the Shields, Barbary. We're gonna have Marquise Grissom hit third for a rare time. Then Calderon's gonna be our fourth hitter. Billy Darren's gonna hit fifth, and then Rivera's gonna hit sixth, where he belongs probably better. All right, so the Padres are gonna go with Bobby Benjamin, Steve Sachs, Tony Gwynn, Alex Rodriguez, Tony Fernandez, Dan Masteller, Oscar Azokar, and Jerry Willard. Alright, let's get this thing going. Alright, so game 3 here in this 4-game series. I haven't done too good so far. I've lost the first 2 games. We are going to be facing Anthony Mortensen, that has a fairly decent season so far. So it's the Expos at the Padres, and of course, play ball. I know the Shields gets us started here. 0-1 to the Shields. That's it to right. Tony Gwynn gets it. That's the first out of the inning. Brett Barbary is next. No count on Barbary. That's it right at the pitcher, and he catches it for the second out. Marquise Grissom is going to be the next batter. 2-0. That's it weakly to center. And Benjamin gets it for the third out. The Expos go down 1-2-3 here in the top of the first. And now we are going to be facing Bobby Benjamin first. 0-2 to him against the veteran oil can Boyd. That's it weakly. It's going to fall in for a hit. So the veteran is not able to capitalize on an 0-2 count here, and Benjamin gets on base with nobody out. Steve Sachs is the batter, 1-2. Struck out swinging. Tony Gwynn is going to be the next batter. 2-2. That's it to short. We get the lead runner, but no double play. So now A-Rod is coming to bat with 2 outs and Tony Gwynn at first. 2-2 to A-Rod. It's it pretty good to left. That's going to fall in front of Ivan Calderon, and that is a base hit for him. So now the Padres have runners on first and second with 2 outs. Tony Fernandez is the next batter, 2-0. That's it to left. Calderon is ridiculously casual there, and he catches it for the third out. Alright, Ivan Calderon is the first batter in the top of the second, 0-2. And he struck out swinging. Bill Darren is next. Full count on Billy. And he walks. Alright, so that's our first runner of the game. Ruben Rivera, the next batter, 1-2. That's it weakly. Third base. Oh no, it's dropped. Ooh, A-Rod here drops a routine pop fly. So we have runners on first and second with 1 out. Ray Sanchez is going to be the batter now. That's a prime opportunity here. Let's capitalize on it. 1-0 to Ray Sanchez. That's it to left. It's going to be cut over there by Masteller. That's the second out of the inning. And now we have Tony Pena. That's probably going to get retired somehow. 1-1. And that's popped up very weakly to first. Alzakar catches it for the third out. We get 2 runners on and we cannot do anything. And we are scoreless. Dan Masteller is going to be the first batter here in the bottom of the second. 1-1. That's it to left. Ray Sanchez after it catches it for the first out. Oscar Azokar is the next batter. No count. That's it weakly. Barbary gets it for the second out. Jerry Willard is going to be the next batter. No count. Oh, Barbary with the error here. That's 2 errors in not too long. I don't like it. Anthony Mortensen is coming to bat with 2 outs. Runner on first. No count. It's too short. We get the lead runner at second. And we get out of this without any trouble. The error doesn't come back to bite us in the rear. Alright, Oil Can Boyd, first batter in the 3rd inning. That you never want to have the pitcher starting the inning 2-2, and he struck out swinging. That's why. Delino the Shields is next. 2-1 to Delino. That's it weakly to the pitcher, and he's out. That's 2 outs. Brett Barbary is next. 1-2 to Barbary. It's it weakly to right. Tony Gwynn after it. Catches it for the 3rd out. Alright, the Expos go down 1-2-3. We are still also hitless in this game. Bobby Benjamin is going to be the first batter in the bottom of the 3rd. 1-0. Tries to bunt, but he misses. So now it's a full count. It's up to center. Grissom is after it. He catches it for the first out of the inning. Alright, Steve Sachs is the next batter. 1-0. And it's caught by Ray Sanchez at short on the liner. That's a 2nd out. Tony Gwynn is next. 2-2. Oh, that's a hit to center for Tony Gwynn. Always a tough out in real life and in my universe. Right, there's 2 outs. Runner on first. A-Rod is the batter. 0-2. Grounds it to the pitcher. And we get him out. Alright, so the Padres get a runner on board, but we managed to get out of the inning without any damage. It's still tied at 0-0 going into the top of the 4th. And my retooled lineup is unable to get a hit here. Marquise Grissom hitting 3rd in the lineup today is the first batter here. 2-2. And he struck out swinging. Dang, Marquise. Calderon is next. Full count on Calderon. And he walks. Alright. I'll take the runner, but we still don't have a hit. Alright, Bill Duran, the next batter. 0-1. That's it weakly to the pitcher. They get the lead runner at first, but Bill Duran is still safe at first. 2 outs now for Ruben Rivera. No count. That's it to center. That should be cut by Benjamin. And it is for the 3rd out. We still do not have a hit, folks. That's not good. It's hard to win games in baseball without a hit. It's possible, but it's pretty hard. Alright, Tony Fernandez is the next batter. We somehow managed to get him out in his first AB. 1-2. He struck out swinging. Wow, what's going on? He must have an undisclosed injury or something. Dan Master is next. 1-0. That's it to right. And it's not cut by Rivera. So Master gets to 2nd base here. That's a double. Now we have Azokar as the batter with a runner on 2nd, 1 out. 2-2. And he struck out swinging. We needed that. That's good. That's good. Alright, and now Jerry Willard is the batter. No count. We're going to go ahead and walk him so that we can bring the pitcher Anthony Mortensen with 2 outs. 0-1. That's it to left. Calderon after it. And he catches it for the 3rd out. Alright. So the Padres yet again leave some runners on base, and Ray Sanchez is getting us started in the fifth, 2-2. It's it too short, and the throw is right on the money. That's the first out. Tony Pena is the next batter, 2-2. And he struck out looking. Oil Can Boyd is next, 0-1. That's it, weakly too short. That's an easy play for Tony Fernandez, and we are out 1-2-3 yet again. Still no hits after 5. We almost got no hit against the Dodgers in the last stream against Pedro Martinez. Right, Bobby Benjamin is the first batter here, 2-2. He rounds it too short, and he's out. Steve Sachs, no count on Steve Sachs. That's going to be a hit to center, so the Padres get on base yet again. With 1 out, and Tony Gwynn is the batter. 1-0. That's a single to center yet again. Oh, Steve Sachs does not get to third base on it, so there's runners on first and second with 1 out. A-Rod is the batter. A double play here would be very, very, very nice. Instead, it's hit to right, and it's a home run. Alright, so A-Rod with the opposite field homer, and the Padres are up 3-0. And now Tony Fernandez is the batter with 1 out. No count. It's it to center. Grissom after it catches it for the second out of the inning. Dan Master is next, 2-1. It's to left, and it falls in front of Calderon for it. Right, so the Padres get another runner on base. 2 outs, 1 out. 2 outs, 1 on. Oscar Azocar is the batter now, 1-2. It's it to center for another hit. I just want you to get out of the 5th inning, buddy. Alright, Jerry Willard is next, 1-2. It's it weakly. Should be cut by Sanchez. It is. And we painfully get out of the 5th inning after allowing 3 runs on a 3-run blast by A-Rod. Now we are going into the top of the 6th without a hit. So Anthony Martinson has been doing really good. 0-2. Struck out looking for the Shields. There's 1 out. Brett Barbery is next. Full count. Grounds it to the pitcher, and he is out. That's the second out of the inning. Marquise Grissom is next. 2-2. That's it. Weakly to short. And there's no throw. That's our first hit of the game in the 6th inning, folks. We got an infield hit by Marquise Grissom. Wow. Right, 2 outs. Runner on first. Ivan Calderon is the batter. No count. Grissom's going. That was a pitch out. He's out. There you go. That's as easy as it's going to be for the Padres. All right. I would pull Oyekan Boyd, but that's the pitcher. He can pitch to the pitcher. 1-0. Grounds it to second. And he's out. All right. Yeah, let's pitch to you as well. Full count on Benjamin, and he walks. We're gonna pull Oyekan Boyd now. All right. I think I'm gonna go with Carl Pavano. I'm gonna try to get 2 innings from him. I did say the word try. Right, runner on first, 1 out. Steve Sachs is the batter, 0-2. I don't remember Cara Pavano throwing like kind of signed arm, even with runners on base. I mean, he did pitch for the Expos in real life. I really don't remember him pitching like that. It could be, I just don't remember it if it's the case. But I don't think so. Alright, so that was a fly out. There's 2 outs now. Tony Gwynn is the batter. Runner on first. No count to Tony Gwynn. The runner goes. And he is safe. Alright, so Benjamin with his 14th stolen base this season. So now there's a runner in scoring position for Tony Gwynn, which is never good. That's it weekly to the catcher. And we get him out at first. Alright, so we minimize the damage to 0 runs, so that's pretty much what we wanted. Anthony Mortensen is giving us a clinic, kind of like how Pedro Martinez did, except, you know, without all of the strikeouts that Pedro got. So Calderon is first here, 1 and 2. Oh, I think that's out of here. It is. Alright, solo blast for Calderon. So that gets us on the board. It's 3-1 for the Padres now. Alright, so Bill Duran is the next batter. 3-1. Yeah, that wasn't a good pitch to it. Right, that's a grounder to short, and he is out. Right, Ruben Rivera is the next batter. 0-1. It's it to center. Benjamin after it. Oh, he doesn't catch it. It goes all the way to the wall. That's a triple for Ruben Rivera. Alright. Now there's some hope here. Right, so the Padres have Jose Melendez in now. No. And I... Oh, God. You think I should go with Ane? Why not? Let's give it a shot. Alright, so we have a runner on third, 1 out. We're bringing in Todd Haney to hit for Ray Sanchez, who had done nothing in this game. 1-1. That's a hit. Good call, Jerome Elliott. Good call. I want to keep Witten for the pitcher slot. Now, I don't really like Tony Pena to hitting, but I need to let Charles Johnson have his rest. We have 1 more game to go. Alright, so I'm gonna have Tony Pena hit. I don't like it, but and that's why I don't like it. That's not a double play. Okay, they get the lead runner, so there's 2 outs now. Runner on first, and I'm going to bring in Mark Witten. Now I'm bringing Mark Witten in. Alright, Melendez is still the pitcher. Come on, hard it in, Mark Witten. 1-2. Oh dear God, that was a terrible pitch to swing at. Alright, so we reduce the lead to just 1 now, so the game is within reach. Alright, who am I bringing in? Alright, I'm gonna go with Day. I'm just gonna keep Todd Haney at short. Alright, so yes, Dea is gonna face A-Rod first, but after that, there's like lefties in the lineup. So 2-1 to A-Rod, who had that 3-run blast earlier. All right, so Dea manages to get him to pop out to second. That's pretty good. All right, so that's the first out. Tony Fernandez is the next batter. He's 0 for 3 against us. That's like a miracle. I usually cannot get that guy out. 1-2. And he struck out looking, well, 0 for 4. I don't even think it has happened in 4 years. And now Dan Mestetter is the batter. 1-0. And Calderon catches it for the third out. So the Padres go down 1-2-3. Alright, so we're going to have the Shields to get us started against the righty Jose Melendez in the top of the 8th. 2-1 to the Shields. It would be great. And he grounds out to first. Brett Barbery is the next batter. 0-1. He grounds it. Oh, it's going to be an error. There you go. So it's an error by Tony Fernandez, and on the play, Brett Barbery gets to second base. All right, that's a time to do some damage here. So Grissom is 1 for 3 in this game. Come on, we need another one from you here. 0-1. It's it weakly to first, and he's out. All right, the man of the occasion, Ivan Calderon, is next. 2 outs, runner on second, 1-2. That's it to center, but it's caught by Benjamin, so the threat does not come to pass. And we are going in the bottom of the 8th. I'm going to keep Jim Day here. Oscar Azokar is going to be the next batter. 1-0. That's it to left. Calderon gets it pretty easy. First out of the inning, Jerry Willard is next. 2-2. Struck out looking. And now John Roberts is the next batter coming in as a pinch hitter. 1-0. That's it to short. The throw by Sanchez, and he's out. Oh, not Sanchez, Aney, sorry. Forgot that we did that. Okay. Alright, so Billy Doran having a little bit more of a tough game in this game. I'm going to have him bat 2-2. Jeremy Hernandez is coming in for the save, in the save situation yet again. Alright. Rivera did hit that triple earlier. No count on Rivera. Come on, man. That's it weakly to center. And it is cut for the second out. Alright, that leaves our unsung hero, Todd Aney, as the last out. 1-0. That's it to third. And he's out. Wow, that's 3 losses in a row here in San Diego. That's not good. My managerial skills are not up to par, or maybe I don't have a very good team. I'm going with the second, with a little bit of the first one sprinkled in for good measure to keep me honest. Alright, so Oil Can Boyd really just made one mistake. It was that one pitch to A-Rod that went over the fence. Oh, Luis Polonia had a 5-hit game against the Pirates. Luis Polonia is playing for the Reds in my save. Alright. Oh, it's gonna take a second. It's doing the all-star teams and everything. So that's gonna take a second. There you go. Alright, so since it's the last ones, I'm not gonna check. Alright, so the The All-Star rosters. So the American League is gonna go with David Cone, who plays for Texas, Doug Drabeck, Tom Glavine playing for the Yankees, Jack McDowell, Brad Radke, Brett Saberhagen, and Kevin Tapani. Wow. Two starters from the Twins made it. Oh, Kevin Tapani made it with a losing record. Wow. And then Joe Eskeith, Scott Radinsky, Mike Timlin, and Skip Wiley are gonna be at the All-Star game for that's gonna be the pitchers. They're going with four catchers: Carlos Delgado, Mike McFarlane, Jorge Posada, and Ivan Rodriguez. Albert Bell, Jason Giambi, John Olrude, Frank Thomas, Movan, Jeff Cirillo, Chuck Knobloch, Edgar Martinez, Jim Thome, Travis Fryman, Cal Ripken Jr., Barry Bonds, Rico Brogna made the All-Star game. Yeah, I guess he's having a pretty decent season. Ken Griffey Jr., Manny Ramirez, Sammy Sosa, and Jose Canseco. So, yeah, pretty much most of them pretty much all make sense. Rico Brogna, I mean, he's having a good season, but in real life, I don't think Rico Brogna is, all-star material. The National League is going to send Steve Avery, Andy Bennis, Dwight Gooden, Darryl Kyle, Pedro Martinez, Terry Mulholland, Bob Ayeda, Jose Rio, Jose Rosado. Oh, Jose Rosado makes the all-star team for the Expos. That's cool. Greg Swindle and Danny Young, Brian Harvey, Joe Roa, Jeff Brantley, and Rob Dibble. So that's going to be the pitching staff. Then Javier Lopez, Mike Piazza, Reed Seacrest. Wow, Reed Seacrest made the All-Star team. Jeff Bagwell, Ryan Klesko, Jose Offerman, Ryan Sandberg, Greg Jeffries, Barry Larkin, Alex Rodriguez, Ivan Calderon, of course, Ray Langford, Rondell White, Jeremy Burnitz, and Larry Walker. All right. Lots of, good name recognition. Oh. Yeah, I know, right? That's not to mention that Terry Mulholland and Greg Swindle made it to the All-Star team, and they both pitched for my team, like Swindle 2 years ago and Mulholland last year, and we didn't keep them. Imagine if my rotation had those two guys in it right now, I probably would be doing a little bit better. So Dave Steeb retired due to an injury. Wow. So he was used as a reliever anymore, but still. So no more Dave Steeb in my universe. Yeah. I could. Calderon, Rondell White, and Larry Walker. That would be pretty cool indeed. But yeah, that's not what we had in store. All right, so game 4. The first 3 weren't exactly a resounding success. So the Padres are going to have Rick Reed on the mound. We're going to go with Carlos Perez. So Rick Reed was acquired this year in a trade. Who was he traded for again? It was for Brad Owens, Trey Beeman, and Joe Biasucci. All right. And we're going to go with Carlos Perez for that one. All right. Gonna give Todd Aine a start at first. Let's start giving him some experience there. He doesn't have any. So let's start giving him some experience there in case that we don't have a better option next year. I think I'm just gonna keep the lineup like that. I need for Woody Green to wake up, and Delino the Shields is on a cold streak. I need for him to do better as well. Alright, let's win the 4th game of this series here. We dropped the first 3. That sucks. Alright. Sorry, I need to stretch a little bit. I've been sitting here for a while. Alright, so the Padres in Game 4 are going to send Steve Sachs, Tony Fernandez, Tony Gwynn, A-Rod, Guillermo Velasquez, Bobby Benjamin, John Roberts, and Jerry Willard. It's a tough series when you face Tony Gwynn and Alex Rodriguez in all 4 games. Like, they don't get a day off. Alright, maybe we're gonna get a good start by Carlos Perez. That'd be a nice change. Alright, so Rick Reed, yeah, he's been pitching really well with the Padres. Alright, so play ball. We have Delino the Shields as the first batter for Game 4. 2-2 to him. That's it weekly. Roberts after it. And he catches it for the first out. Marquise Grissom is next. 1-1. Yeah, the experiment with Marquise Grissom as a third hitter in the lineup didn't exactly pan out. So I'm not sure I'm going to repeat that. It's just one game. I don't want to give it too harsh of a look. But still, it was against a lefty, so I was pretty confident he would be at least able to get on base. Alright, so Ivan Calderon is next. We have a runner on first. He's probably going to go. And he is. And he's safe. Alright, so Grissom has 48 stolen bases this season. So we have a runner in scoring position with 1 out, 1-2. That's it to right, and he is... The rib is doing a lot better. The exercises and the muscle relaxers have been helping. I haven't had any pain there for 2 days. I've been a little bit indisposed today. I'm feeling a little bit better now, but since I'm diabetic, sometimes there's things that I eat that really mess up my digestive system, and it creates like extra gas. Sorry for the mental image, but it creates like extra gas that my body can't process right, and the only way out for that gas is back up, and it tastes and smells like literal shit. So, but I'm doing better now. I think the gas is pretty much all out. So yay, we're talking about really cool stuff here on my channel. All right, runner on second, 2 outs, 1-2. Oh, that's it by Witten, and that's out. All right, Mark Witten finally. He hasn't been hitting as hard this year as he did last year. He had a much better year last year. But yeah, at the start of the stream, I wasn't sure. I wanted to do all 4 games of this series, but I really wasn't feeling all that great, so I wasn't sure that I was going to be able to. But turns out that I am. So Woody Green is the next batter here, 1-1. That's it to right, and that's going to be extra bases for Woody Green. That's pretty good. Tony Gwynn, the magician, goes through the fence to get the ball, and it's a triple for Woody Green. Alright, so with 2 outs, we are threatening some more here. Charles Johnson is the batter, 2-2. That's going to be an error, and we now have 3 runs on the board. So yeah, the thing that I ate yesterday I shouldn't have eaten is baked beans. I love baked beans, but sometimes I forget that it does that to me. So I ate too many yesterday. and then it just like stayed there all night and created a whole bunch of gas. It sucks. Oh, Todd Ainey there. Woohoo! That's a 2-run blast by Todd Ainey. And we are now up 5-0. Take that, Padres. Sorry, Jerome Nollet, I know it's your favorite team, but they won all first 3 games of the series, so I'm going to take the 5-0 lead in the first. Of course, the game is far from being over. Alright, Ray Sanchez is the next batter. No count, especially with Carlos Perez on the mound. He's a little wild, so who knows what's going to happen. That's it, weekly to center, and he's out. So we have 3 outs here, but we did score 5 runs, and our new favorite player, Todd Ainey, with the 2-run blast. Steve Sachs is going to be the first batter for the Padres, 2-2. Oh god, that's a terrible stat. 17 starts, only 4 were quality starts. That's terrible. That's really bad. Alright, Tony Fernandez is next. 0-1 to Tony Fernandez. It's at the third, and that's out number 2 on a liner that was cut by Willie Green. Tony Gwynn is the next batter. 2 outs, 2-1. And he rounds out to second for the 3rd out. Alright, so the Padres go down 1-2-3. And after 1, it is still 5-0 for the Expos. Carlos Perez is going to be the first batter in the top of the second, 1-0. Oh god, he tries to bunt himself on. Yeah, he's out. Delino De Shields is next, 1-0. Grounds it to third, and he's out. That's 2 outs. Marquise Grissom got things started for us in the first, 0-1 to him. Fly ball to center, and it's cut by Roberts for the 3rd out. So we go down 1-2-3. We're still up 5-0, though. A-Rod is the batter, 1-2. Struck out swinging. There you go. He's still young, so he still strikes out quite a bit. Guillermo Velasquez is next, 1-2. Grounds it to first, and he's out. 2 outs. Bobby Benjamin is next, 1-1. Grounds out to the pitcher, and he's out. All right. Doing good, doing good. Ivan Calderon is the first batter in the 3rd to face Rick Reed. 1-2. That's it to right, center, and it's cut by Roberts for the 1st out. Mark Whitten is next. He had that 2-run blast in the 1st inning. No count to Mark Whitten. That's it to center. That's cut by Roberts. That's 2 outs. Now Willie Green is next. Full count. And he walks. Pretty good game for Willie Green so far. A triple and a walk. I need for him to do better. Charles Johnson is next. 1-1. Grounds it too short. They get the lead runner at second, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. The Expos are still up 5-0. And now Carlos Perez is going to be facing John Roberts. 1-1. Hits it to left. Calderon after it. Catches it for the 1st out. Jerry Willard is next. 1-1. Hits it weakly to right. Whitten after it. Catches it for out number 2. Kevin Seitzer is next. 2-1. Hits it to first. Ainey with the throw to Carlos Perez, and the Padres are down 1-2-3 yet again. All right. Oh, so the Padres are done with Rick Reed already. They're going to go with Steve Klein instead. Steve Klein pitched for the Expos in real life. He was the setup guy for a season or two over there. All right, so Todd Haney is the batter. Full count to Haney. Haney walks, so another also a good game for Todd Haney, who had a 2-run blast and now he gets a walk. Ray Sanchez is next. No count. That's it to right. And it is cut for the first out. I'm gonna need two. I'm gonna be right back. Alright, and we are back. Alright, so we still have Todd Haney at first. We have one out still. And we have Carlos Perez as the batter now. Tries to bunt, misses, strike one. Tries to bunt again, misses again, strike two. Oh. Alright, so he bunted foul for strike three. The animation was very confusing. So there's two outs now, runner on first still. Donino De Shields is the batter, 0-2. And he struck out looking, and that's the end of the inning. With the Expos still up 5-0. Right, Steve Sachs is going to be the next batter. Grounds it to short for the first out of the inning. Tony Fernandez is next, 1-1. Grounds it to first, and that's the second out of the inning. Tony Gwynn, always a tough out, is going to be the batter now, 1-1. And that's it for center to center for it. That's the first base hit of the Padres in the game. Actually, that's their first base runner, period. So, with two outs, the Padres get a runner on base, with Alex Rodriguez being the next batter, 1-2 to A-Rod. That's it to center. Grissom is there to catch it, and that's the third out of the inning. Alright, top of the fifth, we're going to have Marquise Grissom as the first batter here to face Steve Klein. Full count. That's it to second, and he's out. The first out of the inning. That brings up Ivan Calderon. No count on Ivan. It's it to second as well, and that's an out as well. Right. Hard hitting Mark Whitten is next. No count. That's it to short. And he's thrown out. We go down 1, 2, 3. Right, and Carlos Perez is going to face the lefty Guillermo Velasquez here in the bottom of the fifth. 1-2 to him. That's it to second. The throw is there. First out. Bobby Benjamin is next. 1-1. Grounds it to first. Aney with the throw to Perez. That's the second out of the inning. Aney's doing pretty good at first. No errors so far. I'm still terrified to use players out of position after the Johnny Nutt experiment and his 3 errors in his first game. And he had a rating at third too. Alright, 1-2 to John Roberts. He struck out swinging. Alright, top of the sixth. So Woody Green is going to be facing a left-handed pitcher. 2-1. That's it weakly to third. And he's out. Charles Johnson is next. 0-1. Grounds it to short for the second out of the inning. Todd Aney is next. Now Aney is 1-for-1. Pretty good game. 2-2. Grounds it to the pitcher, and he's out. So Steve Klein has been pitching really well since he came in. And it is still 5-0 for the Expos going into the bottom of the sixth. Jerry Willard is next, 0-1. That's it weakly. That's cut by the Shields for the first out of the inning. Oscar Azokar is next, 0-1. That's popped to shortstop for Sanchez to grab, and now that's 2 outs. Steve Sachs, the batter. Oh, that's it to the left. Calderon after it. All the way to the warning track, and he catches it for the third out. Alright, so we get rid of the Padres pretty easily in the sixth, and we're going into the seventh inning. Now we have a new pitcher on the mound for the Padres. It's going to be Cal Eldred. Oh, Cal Eldred is a reliever. Oh, he still has a lot of stamina, so they could use him as a starter. Yeah, and he has 3 pitches, so it's just a choice that they're making to use him as a reliever. Cal Eldred in real life was a starter for at least a while that I remember. Alright, Ray Sanchez is going to be the batter now. 2-2 to Ray Sanchez. Struck out swinging. Carlos Perez is next. 1-1. That's it to right for a hit. Carlos Perez can handle the bat a little bit. He does have 2 homers this season. Alright. So the Shields is going to be the next batter with a runner on first, 1 out, 2-0. That's it to first. Oh, the Shields beats out the double play with his speed. So now we have 2 outs, runner on first still. Marquise Grissom is the batter, 0-1. That's it to short. They go to short route to second base. That's the third out of the inning. So we still do not add to our lead. It is still 5-0. Alright, Tony Fernandez is the first batter to face Carlos Perez here in the bottom of the seventh. 2-1 to Tony Fernandez. That's it to first. And he's out. I'm liking Todd Aney at first right now. Tony Gwynn is the second batter, 1-0. That's going to be his second hit of the game. So Carlos Perez has allowed 2 hits this game, both to Tony Gwynn, of course, because he's Tony Gwynn. He's pretty good. All right, so A-Rod is next, 1 out, runner on first, 1-0. That's it to left, Calderon after it. That's the second out of the inning. Guillermo Velasquez comes into bat with 2 outs with Tony Gwynn at first. No count. That's it to right for a base hit. Oh, the throw to third, and Tony Gwynn is safe. So there's runners on first and third now with 2 outs. And we have Bobby Benjamin as the hitter. Oh, 3-0, that's not good. And he walks on 4 pitches. So Carlos Perez just loads up the bases here with 2 outs. John Roberts is the batter, 2-2. And he struck out swinging. Oh. Alright, so Carlos Perez gets out of that jam pretty nicely with a strikeout, and we are still up 5-0. Alright, Calderon is 0 for 3. He is the first batter in the top of the 8, 2-1. It's weakly to right, where Tony Gwynn catches it for the for the first out. Mark Whitten is next. 1-2. Oh, that's it. Pretty good to center. That's going to be a hit. That's a double for Mark Whitten. Pretty good game for Mark Whitten. A double and a blast. That's a good day at the plate. Woody Green, next batter. Runner on second. 1 out. 2-2. Oh, Woody Green strikes out swinging. And now that brings up Charles Johnson, 0-2. Struck out swinging as well. Wow. Alright, bottom of the 8. Jerry Willard is the batter. 2-2. Struck out swinging for the first out. Dan Mastetter is going to be the next batter. No count on Mastetter. Came in as a pinch hitter, grounds out to short for the second out. Steve Sachs is next. 2-0 to Steve Sachs. Grounds it to third. And he's out. Alright. So the Padres are out. And Jose Melendez is coming to pitch yet again. Here in the top of the 9th, we have Todd Ainey as the batter. 1-2. Oh, he struck out. Ray Sanchez is next. 3-1. And he walks. Alright, and Carlos Perez is the next batter with a runner on first. 1 out. I'm keeping Carlos Perez in. He's been pitching magnificently, except for that jam in the 7th inning, which he got out of. So that's a sacrifice hit, not sac fly, for Carlos Perez. So there's a runner on second base with 2 outs now, and DeShields is going to try to shake out of his cold spell. 0-2, and he struck out looking. That's not how you do that, but alright, so Tony, it's going to be tough for Carlos Perez here in the 9th. So Tony Fernandez is the first batter. Full count. Grounds it to second, and that's going to be an error. No, it's an infield hit. Alright, so Tony Gwynn is the next batter here. 0-2 to Tony Gwynn. That's it, weakly to center. Somehow Grissom doesn't catch it. Alright. Runners on second and third for A-Rod. I'm gonna keep Carlos Perez until there's at least 1 run scored. 2-2. Rounds it to short. Alright, so there's a run scored. God, I almost want to keep him anyway. I mean, there's all those lefties coming. Yeah, let's keep him in. I think he deserves it. He's pitched really well. Alright. Full count. Oh, and he walks. Bobby Benjamin is next. 1-2. Struck out swinging. Alright. 2 outs. John Roberts is the batter. No count. That's it. I think I'm gonna bring Scott. Nah, he can do it. Can you? That's 121 pitches. Let's do it. Of course. Oh, dear God. And the game is tied at 5. Yeah, that happens. Alright, so Eric Pappas is the batter now. There's 2 outs, 1 and 2. I brought in John Doris just to try to get the last out. And I lost all 4 games in San Diego. That's the second time that they win on a walk-off home run too. That's how they won the first game as well. Look at that graph. It's like, hey man, you're doing great. Ah, yeah, it sucks to be you. Bye. Oh man. That one sucks. That one hurts a little. Alright, I'm gonna sim the All-Star game stuff. I'm not gonna be... I know, he pitched so well, and I almost brought in Scott Ruskin too, and I was like, you know what? He can do it. He couldn't. He couldn't. Sometimes I'm guilty to keep my starting pitchers in just a little too long. And that's another one of those times I should have brought in Ruskin for that last out. Alright. So I'm gonna sim the All-Star game stuff. I have no desire to look at that. Oh, there's been a trade, I think. Yeah, we lost our only veteran in the starting rotation. Oil Can Boyd is gone. So let's take it one message at a time. All right, so. Alright, so the player of the week in the American League was John O'Rood. Luis Polonia, he had a 5-hit game, that helps, was the player of the week in the National League. You don't really care about that right now. Alright, so we dropped yet again in the power rankings. We are 25th now. Now there's been a trade between the Orioles and the Mets. Alright, so Bob Millicky goes to the Mets for Darian Lindsay and Angel Haney. Alright, so the Mets are gearing up. That's the second reliever that they traded for during this stream. They also got Jim Gott. So they're gearing up for the playoffs. And then we made a trade with the Dodgers. God, couldn't we have gotten Pedro Martinez like we did in real life? Alright, so we traded Oil Can Boyd to the Dodgers for Shane Bowers and Ken Huckabee. I guess it makes sense for us. We traded a veteran. We're not going to be in the playoffs this year, so we traded a veteran for a couple prospects that, you know, they don't have a whole lot of potential. But then again, I mean, Oil Can Boyd was not pitching very well, so. Oh, I like his walk to strikeout ratio too, but yeah. All right. Let's see here. Oh, Jose Canseco won the home run challenge. Beat him in the final against Manny Ramirez, 17-12. Alright, and we're getting Mike Kerrigan back. That's good. Oh. The American League beat the National League 6-4. That I'm gonna go and see what my players did. Oh, Calderon was batting first in the game, and he was 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. So he did pretty good. And then Jose Rosado pitched an inning, gave up a hit, but that's it. So my players did pretty decent. Pretty happy with my my representation at the All-Star game. Now I just need for them to pull it together during our own games so that we look a little bit better. Alright. Wait, we are here. Okay, so... Oh! Alright, so Julian Heredia with the California Angels is taking some leave to go be with his pregnant wife, and then apparently we traded for Tom Gordon. Right, so there's been a trade. It's July, right? So these trades are starting to happen. I think that's pretty cool. There hasn't been a whole lot of trades prior to July, just a couple. Oh, we lost Mark Whitten too. Oh, that's not good. So we got Tom Gordon, but at what price? No more Mark Whitten. That's gonna hurt. Alright, so Atlanta made a trade with the Giants. So Dave Fitzpatrick and Greg Elliott for Jeff Montgomery. Wow. Oh, Dave Fitzpatrick is... who is this guy? I've never heard of him. He never played in the major leagues, but in my sim, he's like getting really good with a 4-star potential. And then Greg Elliott was thrown in for Jeff Montgomery. I was like, man, they got fleeced there, but yeah, that guy looks like he's gonna become pretty good. Alright, so we made a trade with the Texas Rangers. Alright, so Tom Gordon, Jason Johnson for Mark Whitten. So we get 2 pitchers for Mark Whitten. So Tom Gordon looks like he can be a starter for me. Okay. And Jason Johnson, we'll see what happens with him. Okay, so I have a couple things to look at now. Mostly my starting rotation. Okay, I'm gonna put... Oops, wrong guy. I'm gonna put Gabe White here for now. I'm guessing I'm gonna get Tom Gordon here soon. Probably after the next game. Alright, and that means that Ruben Rivera becomes my de facto right fielder for now. A little young to give him the spot right away. But I'm not sure that I have any other choice. Alright, think I'm gonna still have Charles Johnson hitting 5th there. Oh, so a little bit of change in the Expos. So we don't have hard-hitting Mark Whitten anymore. So we went from Larry Walker to Dave Martinez to Mark Whitten to Ruben Rivera in right. So yeah. Alright, so am I super happy with the trades? They make sense, at least in the sense that we're unloading players that have value for prospects because we're not going to be in the playoffs. So the moves make sense in that optic, I guess. Alright, so I'm going to need for them to, do something about my pitcher. Yeah, Grissom is... let's see who has the most range. You know what? I think you have a point here. Rivera has more range than Grissom. There we go. Alright, so that's the beauty of playing manager only. So now I kind of have to, figure things out, right? I just lost one of my good offensive players in Mark Whitten, so we have to kind of tinker the lineup and everything. We got some help to pitch, though. So again, the trades kind of make sense. Lance Blankenship can play anywhere except catcher. And I'm guessing that whenever there's a trade, you always have to play one day before they kind of, fix your lineup. So after the next game, we're probably going to see some roster movement that's going to help fix that. At least that's my hope. That usually it's been pretty good. They never have left me with like just one catcher or anything weird like that. So I'm pretty confident that after the next game, we're going to have a full lineup again. So I'm not going to be too worried about it right now, because if you look, I only have 24 out of 25 players. Usually it's pretty good about it. MLB The Show is terrible about it. I remember one year, about 5 or 6 years ago, I usually play as a pitcher, and I was playing on the Blue Jays, and I was in my 3rd or 4th season, and we carried only one catcher the entire year, and he was like a 57 overall or something like that. I was like, oh my god. And that guy played every single game, and I was like, it makes no fucking sense. Just fix your shit. I always thought that MLB The Show is terrible at roster generation. In this game, it's usually pretty good. It's not going to be perfect, but it's usually pretty good. So I'm expecting to get somebody. Let's look at who that might be. Maybe Rob Lukacic is going to come. Yeah, that would be my guess. He's not very good. He can play catcher, though. He played a little bit for me last year. Or, they're usually pretty good about fixing it, so we'll see what they do. Right, I'm gonna go ahead and save that. I've been live for a while. It's time for me to have lunch. I think I heard my girlfriend opening the outside door, so that means that the lunch is here. I'm getting a salad because my stomach is a mess. And that's gonna be it for today. So next time out is gonna be another 4-game series. I have to go back to work tomorrow, so I don't know when I'm gonna do it. And when I do it, more than likely I'm gonna have to split it in 2, especially if it's a work night. But yeah, it's gonna be against the Giants. We're gonna be back home, so hopefully we do better. So I'm gonna go ahead and call this a day. So as usual, I want to thank you for tuning in, and And until I roll this game again, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.